Chosen ones, you're not like the rest. And I think you've known it for a very long time. From a very young age, you felt it. A quiet knowing that something about you didn't quite fit into the world the way it seemed to for everyone else. You could be sitting in a room full of people and still feel completely alone. You could follow the same path, obey the same rules, and yet feel like you were walking a completely different road on the inside. This feeling was never arrogance. It wasn't a sense of superiority. It was awareness. Chosen ones are not born to blend in. They are born to see differently, to feel more deeply, and to walk paths that most people would never survive. And the reason this message probably resonates so deeply with you is simple. Something inside you recognizes the truth being spoken. So, let's explore this. Here are 7 strange but unmistakable signs that you were never, ever meant to be like the rest. The very first sign is a deep, persistent sense of not belonging, even when everything on the surface looks completely normal. You might have had friends, relationships, or a loving family around you, yet you always felt slightly out of place, not rejected, just different. This is because chosen ones operate on a different internal frequency. You are not wired for surface-level connections. Your soul craves depth, truth, and meaning, and when it doesn't find it, it feels restless and unfulfilled. You can small talk with the best of them, but it drains you. You want to talk about ideas, feelings, the universe, and the hidden mechanics of life, not just the weather. This isn't a flaw. It's a feature of your design. The second sign is early emotional maturity. While other kids were focused on fitting in and the latest trends, you were busy questioning life. You sensed the pain lurking beneath smiles. You noticed hypocrisy, injustice, and the emotional masks people wore long before your peers did. This often made childhood and adolescence feel confusing or even heavy. You might have been called too sensitive or an old soul, but it wasn't a flaw. It was preparation. You were being shown the world as it truly is, not as it pretends to be. Chosen ones are shaped early because their mission requires a perception that goes far beyond mere appearances. The third sign is prolonged periods of isolation that seem to happen almost without your control. Friendships that you thought were solid suddenly fade. Relationships end abruptly. People misunderstand you, or they simply drift away for reasons you can't quite pinpoint. This isn't a punishment. This is training. Isolation is one of the primary tools used to awaken chosen ones. In the quiet solitude, your intuition sharpens. Your dependency on external validation and approval begins to dissolve. You start to hear your own inner guidance more clearly, separating your true voice from the noise of the world. It's in these lonely seasons that you truly discover who you are and what you're remade of. The fourth sign is that struggle seems to follow you, no matter how hard you try to live a peaceful life. You might notice that challenges arrive not because of bad decisions you've made, but often despite your very best intentions. It can feel like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. This is because chosen ones grow through pressure. Resistance builds spiritual strength, discernment, and authority. The storms you face are not random acts of a cruel universe. They are refining you. They are chiseling away everything that is not essential, leaving only your core strength. Each challenge is a lesson, each hardship a forging fire. This brings us to the fifth sign, an intense inner calling toward truth, purpose, or something greater than just survival. Money alone doesn't satisfy you. Status and titles don't complete you. Even a life of comfort can feel profoundly empty. You feel this constant pull toward meaning, toward transformation, toward aligning with something bigger than your own personal desires. This inner pull is not your imagination running wild. It is remembrance. It's your soul recognizing that you are here for more than a routine existence of working, eating, and sleeping. You're here on a mission, even if you can't yet articulate what that mission is. The sixth sign is a heightened sensitivity to energy, emotions, and environments. You can feel drained in certain places or around certain people for no obvious reason. You can sense when something is off in a room, even without any evidence. You pick up on the emotional undercurrents that others completely ignore. This sensitivity can feel overwhelming at times, making you feel vulnerable. But it's also one of your greatest strengths. It's your internal compass, your spiritual radar. It allows you to see beneath illusions and recognize truth without needing words or proof. It's the very tool that helps you navigate a world that often operates on deception. And finally, the seventh sign. It's that despite everything you've endured, the loneliness, the misunderstandings, the relentless struggles, something inside of you never fully breaks. You may bend, you may doubt yourself, you may even lose your way for a little while. But there is always a quiet, resilient flame that refuses to go out. That resilience is not accidental. It is the definitive mark of someone who was designed to endure darkness and still carry light. It's the proof that you were built for the journey, no matter how difficult it gets. Chosen ones often spend years, even decades, thinking that something is wrong with them. In reality, what feels like a flaw is often the very thing that sets you apart.